Happy New Year. Hey, y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Ambernet, and we are back for the new year with Godless Intentions. First guest in the building today is somebody that I really love and admire. She is so talented. She is the beautiful songstress, Miss Monia. Monet, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's Monia Amore. It's cool.
Monet.
Everybody kind of gets it mixed up because of the way it's
Spelled, yeah.
But, yep, it's Monia Amore, and I'm so happy to be here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much for pulling up to the platform because we have so many male guests coming through, but I'm always searching and looking for my women. And we've been talking about this a long time coming, so I'm excited that you are here. How you feeling?
I feel good. It's the new year. I'm ready to, go full steam ahead. I'm preparing, just getting myself together, and, hopefully I'll be able to bring out some new music for you guys this year.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your music career. I know I had the opportunity of seeing you perform once.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, but for the people that don't know, tell them about yourself and what you do.
Oh, so excuse me, my voice is a little bit hoarse, but so I started singing at a very young age. I was probably about 4 or 5. I come from a musical family. And growing up, music has always been my passion. I did a lot of, believe it or not, I did a lot of pageants, like beauty pageants and talent pageants and things like that. I was in Hal Jackson's Talented Teens, and I was doing, just a bunch of stuff. And I went to Performing Arts High School, and so I was able to, that afforded me a lot of opportunity. And
in New York?
Yes.
LaGuardia?
Yes, LaGuardia.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. Everybody knows Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
The first thing they say, Nicki Minaj. So they, so a lot of people came from there, and there was nothing like it. I mean, I wouldn't change that because it's like a community. It's like a family. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So when we go out into the world and we run into, most of the time we know a lot of people already, but even the people we don't know, and they say, you went to LaGuardia? And then, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we automatically brother, sister,
Yeah.
As far as my musical career, I've been blessed to be able to collaborate with a few well-known people. Blessed to
name drop. Come on now.
I hate doing that. I hate doing that. But I'll just tell you the biggest one. The biggest person was Michael Jackson. Before
Girl,
passed.
stop
Yes,
it.
That was a blessing and a half.
Oh wow.
And then some. Yes. So we did his, I think it was his 30th or 35th anniversary. I want to say it was the 35th anniversary, at Madison Square Garden. And that was amazing. That was like...
That's legendary.
It's legendary. Yes. I mean, I got to meet so many of my, people I grew up listening to. The Gladys, Luther was there. Right?
Oh, man.
Luther Whitney.
Luther with the Forever Wedding song.
Yes. Gladys Knight. I mean, everybody. Missy, Usher, everybody. I can't even, everybody
Wow.
was there. And that night was one of the greatest nights of my life. And it almost didn't happen because I was still working. So I was working a job, and I was still trying to do the music thing here and there. And I was like, I went to work, and here's the true story. I went to work. I just got the job. So I got the call like, yo, we need you to come, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I can't. I got to work. I can't just, I just can't just take off. I just got the job. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I hang up the phone, go to work. And I'm telling this coworker, like, dang, I could have sang with Michael Jackson today, but, they was like, what?
Girl,
so
bye.
They're telling, so she happens to be the blabbermouth of, so she's telling everybody. The boss comes in and she tells the boss, and the boss comes into my office and she's like, excuse me. I said, what happened? What's wrong? Like, I'm already like, what did I do? You know? She's like, you were supposed to be singing with Michael Jackson today? I was like, oh, yeah, but I had to work. You know, I just got the job. I didn't want it. She was like, if you don't get out of here, if you don't get out of here right now. And if it wasn't for her, I would not have gone.
Oh, my goodness.
And yes, so I went, rushed, got to Madison Square, and I felt like.
So what was it like being in his actual presence?
First of all, he is, okay, and this is something that I say to a lot of people because I meet a lot of, celebrity, have a lot of acquaintances who are celebrities. And I always say, if Michael Jackson can be the humblest person in the room, then there's no reason for you to be acting like that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, and I admire that, and I always said to myself, I will always, no matter, I've been blessed times 10, but I will always remember to stay humble, always be humble and be myself, because that man right there, when I tell you, and everyone else too, like, the only person, well, and he really wasn't mean or anything, but he was like, I don't really want to take pictures and stuff like that. And I was just Luther. But Luther,
Luther,
that's
come
because
on.
He's one minute he's big Luther, he's little Luther, he's big Luther.
Yeah, he probably had a complex.
He was like, yeah, I don't really want to. I snapped the picture anyway. Because I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel.
Listen, I've always heard that you would be surprised that the people that are at the higher spectrum of the totem pole are the ones that are the most humble. More than the ones that are climbing, or you got your being, your D-list celebrities, and that always blows my mind.
I think they think that they need to act that way. You know what I mean? But the ones I know that've been in the game for years and years and years, they're the humblest, coolest people I know. You know what I mean?
Wow.
There's no, I need caviar and like look, whatever.
Right.
Whatever we doing today is what we doing today. If we doing caviar, then we doing caviar. But if we doing
yeah, I mean, humility will open so many doors for you anyway.
Absolutely.
So what you mentioned that you was working your 9 to 5 before transitioning. What was that like? Because I know with myself being in the industry and that shift from going from being on a clock, someone else's clock, to navigating your own life and schedule, how was that transition for you?
It wasn't that bad because I was doing it while I was working. So I would work, get off, go here, do this show here, do that, you know what I mean? So transitioning, the only thing I would say was hard is like my time, and I gotta get better with my time, and I'm way better than I was.
Child, we go back with time. Oh, wait today. Okay. Keeping it real and guys.
That's why I said I understand, girl. I understand. Because I when I say time, and I'm used to already being out and about. Right. So now it's like, I gotta go. Even coming here today, I was like, oh, God.
I gotta pull myself. Yeah, it's a push.
I had to push it. But I have to remind myself when I get up and I pray and I say, he put me in this position and I can't take it for granted.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So I'm pushing. I'm pushing, I'm singing through it, and I'm getting up and I'm doing it.
So let's talk about some upcoming projects you have.
Yes. Okay, so right now I'm focusing on my EP. I've put out some songs. They've been going really well.
Nice.
Streaming, radio. We have some videos out that you can check out on all streaming platforms. But right now I'm working on my EP, and I really feel like I'm probably going to do something different in terms of the streaming.
Okay.
Because it's not really beneficial. You can have like 1 million streams and you'll still have like a couple $100, you know what I mean? You're making that. And I feel like the way to go right now is to, because I'm an independent artist, let's be clear. Just for those, everything you see I'm doing, me and my partner,
out of pocket.
Boogie do out of pocket on our own.
Much respect for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we, you know, it's, you tell yourself, oh, it'll come back, and, you know, it'll come back to me. So you're just putting out and putting out and putting out, and that's what you have to do. But you also have to make smart moves. And I think that moving forward, I think I'm going to figure out a different road to go in order to, you know, streaming is cool. And if you look on my Spotify, I have a pretty few, you know, I have a lot of streams. So I think that I can manage the fans and the people who enjoy the music. And I hate saying fans.
I mean, but that's what it is. You know, you're an artist. Yeah. And you have people, you have your fan base, you have your supporters that appreciate your art and follow you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Supporters. The supporters, and shout out to the supporters, because without you, I don't even know, like, you know, because of your support, I'm able to open other doors. You know what I mean? Doors that I may not have been able to without the support. So I try to send, you know, I have merchandise. My website will be up. I had to do some revamping. My website will be up, and you can go on there and you'll see music. You'll see merchandise. We are one-stop shop. I have clothing. I have, I wish I had my, I wanted to show you my logo. I have a mask that I wear. And it has.
You can send it to me later, and we'll attach it to the end.
Yeah, and we make all type of clothing. We do our own videos. We produce our own music, write our own music, and I sing my own music. So
this is a real artist, okay? This is not auto-tune. No, it's not none of that. This is what you see is what you get. Yeah. What is your favorite song that you've made to this day?
That's a great question. No one has ever asked me that. Oh boy. Wow. That I've made. Wow. I'm gonna go with my last song. It's called At the End of the Day. At the End of the Day, and it features Smooth B of Nice and Smooth on it. Shout out to Smooth B. The reason why is because I feel like music has pivoted a bit.
That's a nice word for it.
Yeah, it pivoted. And I want to kind of bring back the reason why, you know.
Are you R&B?
I am. I don't even box myself into a genre.
Okay.
Because I can do it all. Being that I'm trained. I'm classically trained. I'm trained in jazz. You know, I do Broadway. I do all of that.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I feel like with my music, being that I'm independent, I'm afforded the ability to even add little spurts of those things into my music.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I try to stay out of it. But R&B is my first love.
Okay.
R&B and hip hop. And but at the end of the day, it's a dance tune. It's more dance music, like, you know, if you think of like Jersey type of house dance.
House music. Okay.
And it's because I wanted the feeling. Music, I want to say back in like 90s, right? You remember when a song came out and the summer hit New York City, right?
Ain't nothing like the 90s New York summer.
It was in the air. It was in the air. You could feel it. You come out, however do you want it? You come out your house, like, hey.
With your Mary hat on.
Yeah, you come out, you like you feeling yourself, like, oh, how you doing? What's up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want that feeling back. And so when I did the dance tune, well, I didn't even know it was going to be a dance tune, but that's how it came out. But when I did the music, it was the feeling of at the end of the day, talking about love, talking about bringing that back. And, you know,
the world definitely needs more of that right now, for sure.
We need it. And that I want to say to date will probably be my favorite.
And and that's streaming on Spotify as well?
That's streaming on Spotify. It's Monia Amore, Monia Amore. And you will find that amongst other songs on my Spotify. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Who and what or what is your biggest inspiration when you're creating records?
Ooh, my biggest inspiration, I think, just love. Most of my songs are uplifting. They're positive. Got a couple of little sexy ones and a little, you know, a little sassy
bedtime,
ones, adult time ones.
You need some of that.
Yeah, but it's still love. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so I think love had inspired my love for life, my love for being a little black girl, my love for being a black woman, my love for music, my family, and just the way I started making music was I used to write. I was a sheltered child. My mother was scared to death. She was like, "You're gonna stay in the house," and that's it. This way, I don't gotta worry about you doing this, that, and the third. You just stay in the house, and I'm like, "But I don't understand.
I'm not trying to do that.
You know, like you raised me right. Let me go." Yeah, she wasn't trying to hear it. So I would be in my room and I would be writing these stories. I would create these stories, just make up stories, you know what I mean? And they turned into like books, or they turned into essays, and then they turned into songs.
That's so beautiful. I mean? That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah, so I kind of, she was kind of very important in my process. My father was a singer. He was in a group called The Elements of Life. So he promoted me singing all the time. I didn't even know there was a performing arts school. I thought that I was just going to have to figure it out. And then they, how they give you those books when you go into high school
books, yeah.
And I was just going through them. I was like, I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to do this.
And LaGuardia is very hard to get into.
It's very hard. Yes, it's very prestigious, and they're like side by side with Juilliard. Juilliard is across the street.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people have transitioned to Juilliard. I myself did not, but that was by choice, and it was something. When I found out, I remember when I saw it, I was like, they have a school just for, like, because when you're alone, you're the only person doing it. So you're the only person on the block. You're the only person in, your social areas, and everybody's like, sing a song, Can you sing this song? This is my favorite song, When you go to LaGuardia, everybody is like you. So
it's like the X-Men when you go to that school.
Yeah. So like you're not really special like that anymore, but at the same time you're extra special because you're just in that school with a bunch of extra special people, And they were definitely extra special. Matter of fact, was it you? No, the last time we were here, my girls, Allure, were here.
Yes, they were.
I think they were in the other room doing an interview, and we all went to school together.
That's so cool.
Yep, and it was they could tell you it's amazing. It was amazing. That school was like fame.
My daughter tried. My daughter can. At that time, she was really. Now she's not so much into music, but she was really singing at that time, and she auditioned and she missed it. Her number was pretty good.
Yeah.
But by the time they were getting ready to call us back, she had already settled into her other high school and decided to go a different career path.
Really?
But yeah, that was like the school of her dreams. Like that's how I know it's super competitive.
It is the school of dreams. Like I will say that. And I'm so happy I attended because it opened me up to so many different genres of music. I was just singing what I knew.
Do you play any instruments?
I don't. I can dibble dabble on the piano enough to write my songs.
Okay.
But I have a guitar in my house. Just I have a nice little stand and beautiful in the case and all the things that go with it. And
the aesthetics.
I take it out every once in a while. I strum it, but one day I'm going to get lessons. I know it's bad. It's bad because I should have. I'd be unstoppable if I had.
What
Well, though.
what is or who rather would be your dream collab?
Wow, that's a great question. Got some good questions. Dream collab. So, I grew up listening to older music because my parents were older. I was I was kind of like surprised. So I was like the youngest of my siblings,
Wow.
and I am we're like miles apart in age. So I say that to say I grew up listening to Stephanie Mills and the Whitneys and the Stevie Wonders, Michael Jacksons, and things like that. Now my dream collab would have been Michael, but that kind of happened, but didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Well, you got closer than most.
Yeah,
So.
it happened. It wasn't like a Michael Jackson and Monia Amore record, but I was definitely there, and that happened for me. So I'm straight. As I got older, I love the Marys, and Faith Evans is one of my favorite songwriters
definitely dope.
and singers of all time, and I love her. And if you're watching this, Faith.
Well, we actually know some people that know some people, so maybe we'll see. Let's try to get that collab going.
Yeah, let's do it. That would be dope. That would be dope. Yeah, I really love her. I just love when she, her writing, the perspective that she writes from, and then she has a trained ear. I don't know if she's trained, but her ear is immaculate. And I really love her, and Rochelle Farrell is another one. Love them. Love them to death. Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm so happy that we finally got to sit and chat with you.
Yeah.
Let everyone know all your platforms where they can find you and how we can support you.
So I'm Monia Amore on everything. MoniaAmore. That's Instagram. That's also social media platforms. Again, my website should be up. Until then, you can find me at every festival and every. Oh, I also got a shout out Leon and the Peoples. I sing in that band with the actor Leon of Five Heartbeats.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm in his band as well.
Wow.
And we'll be traveling all over.
Can't forget that. That's something big.
Yeah, we'll be touring everywhere. So you'll see me. You're gonna see me one way or another. And shout out to Queen of the OG. That's my sister.
That's her alter ego, y'all. That's when she running down on my people with mics, them popping interviews. Okay.
That's my girl. So
dope.
Shout out to her. Yeah.
Shout out to you and everything you're doing, and thank you for being a wonderful example for up and coming artists, young Black females. We need to see more positivity in the music industry, and you are definitely an example of that. So thank you. I want to shout out to Lies and Vibes, Popcorn and Brand. This outfit is sponsored by them today, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in with us, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week. Bye.